Today we're catching the railway along the Burma Railway, but we're at the train station here. We're catching we're going along a section of the Burma Railway, I should say, and we're leaving from Bangkok. So we're catching the tourist train. I don't know what Anne's doing, but I have to chase up here. I have no idea what tourist train we're catching, but one of her friends booked the ticket, and so we're off to see it now. But here you go, here's the train station that we're on. So this should be fun. Give you an idea of where we are. So yes, these are the trains that you see when you, on the previous videos I've done, standing on the bridge and seeing the train come across. We're catching that train today. I'll show you. So I take it this is the train we're catching. You probably would have remembered it from some of the videos I've already put up. And it's really noisy here, so I'm not going to talk too much. But I'm just showing you guys what it looks like as we're getting on. I think we're allowed to get on anywhere, really. Oh, look, they have comfy seats on some of the carriages. Maybe they have a different class. Oh, yeah, look at those. Ah, they have different styles of seating. That's interesting. There was one carriage there that was a bit better set up than all the others. But my previous experience is the trains are extremely uncomfortable to catch. But yeah, this is a big tourist train. Not only for locals, but for Westerners that come here. So they can go around along the historical railway. I'm going to point out on this train that there's two sort of different qualities of seating. So if you come down to here, have a more sort of comfortable seating setup. So the seats are a lot more comfortable, where just generally speaking. But yeah, I'm going to go back through here. So yeah, if you've got a bit of money, I would recommend go these seating, because where we've booked, which I was worried about because a friend's booked it, and it's air conditioned in those places, where we got the real shit seating where there's no air conditioning. And yeah, so pretty much you could have had a nice air conditioned train, or you picked the crap ones that were actually in. But yeah, so we picked the cheap crap seating, where the next carriage has really comfortable seats in an air-conditioned carriage. So if you're a Westerner, don't book these seating where we've booked. Book the next carriages, which I just showed you, because you'll get a more comfortable ride, fully air-conditioned and really comfortable seating. But these seats are a little bit more comfortable, I must admit, than the other train that we had actually caught out to the floating markets previously. So yes, in explaining that the reason why they booked the this particular seating that we're sitting here behind, rather than the air-conditioned room overall, is that they actually wanted to be able to, when they go over the bridge, to be able to stick their head out the window, wave at people, you know, that typical tourist thing. And as you saw in previous videos that we actually did, on this sort of railway, the Burma Railway areas, is that as the trains go by, people are getting excited. They hang their heads out the window, they wave at all the tourists that are standing on the bridge. And so that's the reason why we're sitting in this. But I guess when the train starts moving, you do get that like unlimited air conditioning coming in, because you're going to get completely cooled down by the wind of the things open. But you can close the windows here, so if you are sitting in this particular section, and you want a bit of a budget travel, then this is probably the way to go. And what I'm going to do at the end of the video is, in the description, I'm going to put all the costs of today's trip in regards to any entry costs anywhere we go, and also the cost of the train ride, individual costs of this train ride going out today. But yeah, so it's me, Anne, and two of our friends going on this train ride today. So I hope you enjoy the video as we move forward. So here we've just stopped at what's called Grand Central Station. Big sort of train stations in Bangkok here. And we're continuing to go along the railway track. So what I'll do, I'll take clippets of this sort of trip as we go along today and show you guys what you're going to potentially see. But yes, off we go again. So what the train guard told us whilst we were on the train is that we have this stop at some famous markets here, where we have 35 minutes to basically look around, find some food, eat. Of course, there's a lot of places where they're actually serving food on the train. You get a lot of vendors coming on selling their sort of local products. But this one here is basically local markets. And you can see there seems to be a beautiful temple in the distance there. And a lot of street food here. So it's a little bit into the journey. Actually, I'm not sure where our friends are. But yeah, I'm just waiting for them. But here, look at this. Just the street food. The smells are around here are really nice. And said she might look at some snacks for me. I don't know what she's looking at there. Yeah. But I'm going to give it a try, see what it's actually like. Why not? I think she's trying to get what's actually safe for me. So yeah, this is the station you can see, where we've actually stopped at now for a bit of a break. Just for those that want to know where we are at the moment. So we go around, and yeah, in the distance here you can see this big temple. Seems to be a big landmark here in the middle of everywhere. Anne's looking for my money now. Oh my god, the smells here are just nice. But yeah, you got fresh juice here as well. Of course you got your typical local Thai foods, little touristy things around here as well as your actual travel. So you got your sort of touristy knickknacks that you actually see here. Of course, different sorts of iced teas and iced coffees, espressos that you've got walking around. She's directing me. So let's show you around these markets a little bit. So I've never been here, because normally we drive out this area. But today we've just decided to catch the train all the way just for the experience. And so I have no idea what to expect. Because a lot of these stations we just sort of like, or towns we drive straight through when we're trying to get to Kanchanaburi. Ah, look. Oh, look, you have donuts over there. Donuts.
Yeah, have everything.
Ah, apparently they have everything. I don't know what everything is in Thai terms,
Yep.
but we're going to find out what everything is. But yeah, so this town's quite famous, apparently. So let's walk across here. Apparently, throw traffic rules out the window, as you normally do in Thailand. But let's have a good look. So there's a bit of a river that runs through this place. So yes, again, don't rely on people stopping at crossings. As you can see by the traffic, it's a little bit chaos as they're walking around. All different types of your flowers for your prayers. I think we're walking up towards this temple, but he's been quite strict with us, saying that we've only got about 35 minutes. So we're looking for this particular food, which is usually pretty yummy, where they put this sort of purple rice inside the things. I like it, that's why Anne's buying it for me right now. Again, you're going to get all your various sort of fruits. Here you can tell them about 20 baht a kilo, 25 baht a kilo, 30 baht a kilo. So you're getting a fair few fruits. Oh, Anne's chasing me up. Nothing, I'm just looking at the fruits. I got to be careful because we have only got 35 minutes as well. So bakery. Ah, nice. So yeah, looks like an interesting design temple here as we're walking up to it. Really big sort of famous landmark in this area. It's not open. So just shopping in local markets here apparently. Well, let's play dodge the traffic as you normally do in this place. But as you see, walking up to these temples here, you got again a whole bunch of food vendors, local Thai snacks, that sort of thing. Looks like there is some parking here if you're driving, but yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it's just hard to find parking. So I don't know what's here. Let's have a look at the sort of things you can buy outside this temple. So various little snacks, nuts, mortar and pestle. And more of these sort of roasted snacks. Coke. So we're just going to walk up to this temple. Probably won't go inside. But let's see it up close anyway. See what this thing looks like. Because usually they're always beautiful, these Buddhist temples in Thailand. So you've got to admit that. Look at this as you walk up to it. That's just beautiful. Look at that. I mean, sort of widen it out a bit. You can see that this is quite a spectacular sort of viewpoint. Now let's zoom right up. You can see here you've got this sort of centralised Buddhist sort of icon right in the middle. But compared to the size of the people, you can tell how big it is there. So yeah. So we just had a quick look at the temple on the outside. And here's this one behind me. And lots of cars coming, I can see. So we're just walking back to the train now because we have got a short time just to buy some quick food and get back to the train to continue our journey out towards sort of the bridge of the River Kwai area and the Death Railway and some other places we're doing along the way. The cars here don't tend to stop unless you basically just force them to. But you've got to be very careful crossing these roads, of course. All right, well, let's head back to the train station and I'll show you a little bit more about the markets as we go. So again, you've got your typical coffee vendors. At this particular place, you have got Amazon coffee. And you got little sort of Thai treats, of course. There's sort of like a bakery over there with cakes. Some bread. And I know I saw donuts up here. Oh my God, I feel like Homer Simpson. Yeah. Yeah, they have Amazon. No, it's pretty busy in there. Okay. Yeah, so here we have all our different fruits. You can see the prices of them as we go. Like your 20 baht a kilo for these. 25 baht a kilo for your mangosteen. 30 baht, 35, 20 baht. So you get a bit of a feel. Again, here's one of your sort of different sorts of biscuits and things like that that you can buy in there, as well as your bubble teas that you can get. Actually, where did Anne go on me? I think she's buying fruit. What's she buying? I don't know. She's buying those small ones there in front of you. And there seems to be more markets inside there. So if you're Thai, you can read that sign up there, what it says, what sort of markets we're in. And everything surrounds this temple complex here. Now the train ride so far has not been overly spectacular. So I haven't really seen much scenery as we've been driving along. But so that's why I haven't filmed a huge amount as we've been going. But hopefully as we get closer to where we're going, our different locations, there'll be more beautiful sort of scenery. And I think, and there is from my memory, not catching the train but driving to these locations. So again, this is the first time catching the train and I'm sort of explaining it to you what it's like as I go. Okay. So it looks like we're getting back on the train. Train station. bridge over the River Kwai section where I've been before. As we're coming in. So yeah, the train stopped at the bridge over the River Kwai area where we've actually filmed before, and so I'm not going to go and do too much filming down there because we already did a big video on that. But as you can see, the train that I've been catching all the way, and of course it's not as bad as I thought. Like the seats on this one are a lot more comfortable than the train we went on when we went out to one of the floating markets. So yeah, it's not too bad, maybe because it's a dedicated tourist train, and you can get little snacks on this train. They're even talking about that on the way back you can order some meals. So yeah, it's not a bad little ride. And so if you want the air-conditioned carriages, you can't open the windows, but they are very cool. I think a lot of people just like catching the being in the not air-conditioned carriages, so they can just put their head out, they can wave at people, they can film out the window, that sort of thing. And yeah, it's quite a comfortable ride and a pleasant walk, a pleasant ride. And there's a few stops along the way. So this is the second stop. So the second stop on this train trip is where the bridge of the River Kwai is, where they stop here for a while and you can walk across the bridge and have a bit of a look. Right now I'm just waiting for Anne and her friend, so I've just gone to the toilet for a second. But yes, so we're going to look around a little bit. So as I said, the second stop on this train ride is the this bridge which we've crossed before in a previous video, but I don't think Anne's friends have seen it. But Anne's going off to have a look in some dress she bought in Hue Hin, which she really loves. It's a lot more crowded today, I think, because we come on a Saturday too, and tourism's up and booming again. Again, as we showed before, there's all the various clothes and touristy things you can buy. Just a thing on masks too. Like on the train, they did make you put your masks on. So the security train guys are walking up and down basically saying, yep, put your masks on, put your masks on. But we're out in the open here now, so some people are wearing them, some people are not. Just a bit varied. But okay, let's go out and have a little bit of a look. So at this stop, when you're catching this train, when you're walking over the bridge of the River Kwai area, they say you've got about, what was it, 20 minutes or 30 minutes? 20 minutes that you can stop here for and actually go exploring and looking around. So we're just got to get across. And there's a lot of people sort of walking here, so you're navigating that as well. One thing I'm sort of noticing a little bit is there's a few more markets that are open. And I don't know whether because tourism's open, all the restrictions are lifted coming into Thailand, but it seems a little bit more busy here than we were last time. Last time when we came, it seemed really quiet. But right now, this seems really hectically busy compared to when we were here last time. It's just heaps of people on the railway track. So as you can see how crowded it is now, which it was not like that last time we came. It was virtually empty just walking across there. We had a lot of freedom of space. But anyway, we're looking for her friends. This is just a different sort of viewpoint from the railway track, which we're getting right now. Anne was just looking at this sign down here, which I'll read out to you as I'm showing around. It says here, approximately 700 servicemen of the United States of America who, as prisoners of war of Japanese during World War II, were moved to Thailand and Burma interned in prison camps and forced to work on the construction of the Thailand Burma Railway, in special memory of the 356 of these men who perished from disease, malnutrition, overwork and physical abuse. So yeah, let's just go in there. Anne just wants to look at this. So we just go and have a look at this angle. So yeah, here's a totally different viewpoint of the place that you can see here. Again, here's another viewpoint of the river, of the bridge here, and it has a more of a beautiful sort of view today. Last time we were here it was a little bit cloudy and windy, but today it's quite beautiful and clear, as you can see. So now, was just really chilled out as we were coming through these sections and just looking at the surrounding beauty as we went along the railway track here. It was just so relaxing, and I think at different times Ed's friends actually fell asleep on the train because they were just so chilled out. Apparently on this train there was also an onboard menu where you could order different types of foods, and that when you got back on the train on the way back they would actually deliver them to you, which was quite interesting. this point, just after the Death Railway, we started to get into more of this mountainous sort of terrain. And around the railway track itself, there was a bit more sort of heavier type jungle sorts of settings on both sides. But it was really beautiful views as we were coming through this section. And I really enjoyed it. And I think Anne and her friends were hanging out the window getting a lot of photos and also making a lot of short videos. It was just really beautiful scenery around here if you're into loving nature and being around trees. It was beautiful here. come to the next stop on our itinerary. And yeah, I'm not sure what's here. Doesn't really matter, I guess. But there you go. I just got to catch up with Anne. I'll show you which train station we're at soon. We've taken all the food with us, so I guess this is lunch break that we're coming up to. But what is here is the question. Okay, so it looks like there's some sort of restaurant there at this station. This is another historical place from the looks of it. Not sure. There's also a town here, of course. And some little snacks that you can buy. I think this gives you an idea. More street food. Ah, this is where we are. So I'm going to continue to follow Anne. Ah, here she is. Old historical train is located there.
ถ้าเราหิวเราค่อยลงไปกินข้างล่างก็ได้เนี่ยร้านอาหารเต็มเลย
Okay, so we're on the next stage of the journey. There's the train behind me, as you can see. And we're going for a walk down here. So I'll show you what's down here now. Okay, so I'm going to continue walking, see where this takes us. Apparently there's an app you can check into. It's a travel guide. But you can bring your swimmers, by the looks of it. Because if you look down there, a whole bunch of kids swimming. So if you come here, yep, there is places you can relax in the water. I think that's why Em said bring the swimmers. But I don't know whether we'll be getting in the water today. Oh my God, look at this. This is just beautiful. Look at this waterfall. That's just really amazing when you look at it. It's just nice. Yeah, spectacular. Anne's walking right up the top there. As you can see, she goes, you have to take your shoes off if you want to walk up here. I guess, so she's walking up the top. You can see her going there through the thing. Let's get her when she gets right to the top. Let's zoom right in. There she is. I think she's wanting a photo right from the top there. Alright. Alright, we're going to get some photos of her now. So now Anne's taken her million photos in up on the waterfall, which was just here. We're going to go continue to walk and explore. Don't know where it's going to take us next. But see, kids slide all down these waterfalls. They're quite colourful. All right, let's continue to walk down. So this is the last stop on the train ride when you do the tourist ride for the Burma Railway. It's a great last stop. Because just look at it. Got all these little swimming areas if you want to cool down. Families come here for their picnics. A lot of Thai people. I'm assuming when tourism is up and running again, you're going to see, well, in this area, you're going to see a lot more sort of Westerners come here. But right now, it seems to be just mainly Thais enjoying their local culture, their local history, and their local beauty. Just look at this. It's just beautiful. Of course, you've got different places you can choose to eat here. Seems to be some local restaurants, local Thai food dishes. You've got some markets up here further up. But people tend to bring their own picnics. But yeah, so there's your restaurant, or one of your local restaurants. And yeah, it's your markets. For those that think they need little floaties and swimming things, they seem to have them here. I just noticed walking around the corner here. Kids love to play with their floaty things. But there you go, different clothes you can buy, Thai snacks, markets. And I don't know what Anne's carrying. Oh. Her and a friend carrying a bunch of things. But yeah, so you got some local markets here with bits and pieces, drinks, probably coffees, I don't know. If you look closely, oh, there you go, espresso, so they do have your coffees here. So yeah, mainly touristy clothes, swimmers, whatever you need if you want to jump in the water. And just walking up here a little bit. Yes, you do have local toilets here, which I can see. And there is some parking here, but I don't know, I find some of these tourist places can be a little hard to find parking. So you do have some limited parking here. And you can probably also park in town and just walk up. So there's your basic markets that they got. So I'm going to walk down and find Anne now. See where she's gone. Not sure where I've lost Anne. Wait a minute, I think I can see her. She's setting herself up down on the water. But yeah, I'm just going to show you, this is a national park where we are. And yes, my hair's all messy from the train ride because I had the wind sort of blowing against it. But we're in, Sai Yok National Park. I'll show you the sign. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, please forgive me. So here you go. It's the name of the national park that we're currently in. And I think I have found Anne and Thai. See, a lot of people are just sitting here on their mats. Though, I don't know, I get uncomfortable sitting purely on the mats on the ground. Which is funny considering I used to picnic a lot as a kid. But then again, our idea of picnicking in Western culture sometimes is pulling out all our picnic sets, our little portable tables, and setting them all up. Where here it's just shove a mat on the ground. And you're laughing, see? I'm just going to widen that out. See what they're looking at? So, you just set up a mat on the ground and then you order your dinner. And it looks like there's more toilets up there. So there's plenty of toilets and that around here for a tourist place. So yeah, so this is the beginning of the national park. Quite a nice, beautiful area, these waterfalls. I'm just going to remind you, as always, though there's plenty of toilets at this place, some of them were closed, and I would highly recommend you bring your own toilet paper because they just don't have them in these places. There was other places where you could grab some food, like 7-Eleven across the road and some other small shops. So there was other options there if you didn't want to order from the restaurant here. Also, I did notice that in the water there was those little fishies that tend to nibble on your toes and clean your skin sort of thing. So they were pretty cool. Just look at this area. It's all beautiful. Obviously it's a place where everyone comes to relax and chill out. And it's told me there's a 7-Eleven. So I'm just going to get myself some drink. But in the meantime, I just thought I'd show you guys another angle of where I was just walking down. Have a look at it. Great place to have a picnic lunch. But it's not really a picnic lunch because you get to order your food. Just have a look at this view. This is just from the walkway coming out of the national park. Here's the local tourist town. Where you can buy all your foods. There's a 7-Eleven over there I'm going to. But there you go. And there's some parking here as well. But beautiful mountains. Someone found a local massage person that will come and do massage where we're actually eating. So she's laying down now to get a local Thai massage at the same place where we're eating. Isn't that funny? Portable massage. So she's getting ready to relax. Yeah, so while we're eating our different foods, this one here has decided relaxation time. Well, it is a nice place to relax overall. Look at where we are in our surroundings. Where we're actually eating. It's very peaceful. It's funny, you see kids swimming in here all day in this place. It's been quite busy here since we've been there. But the parents sit around relaxing whilst the kids are just splashing in the water there and having a bit of fun. And they've got the little fishies in here too that eat your feet, and which are cute and ticklish as well. Anne's had her massage. And we're just packing up, getting ready to go. Just look at it, it's cool. The old Japanese locomotive that was used during World War II. So when I thought it was all over, it looks like we have another stop. So we're stopping in the main city centre of Kanchanaburi. But okay, let's go. So the train now is stopping for about an hour to allow us to go exploring. And so when we start walking down here, Anne said there's not much here but markets, but we'll have a look around. So these are just some basic food markets. So this is the afternoon stop. And I don't know why they stop here for an hour. Maybe because they think you might want to go down and look at the war memorial and stuff like that here for the soldiers in World War II that built the Burma Railway. But yeah, got some street foods here. Don't know where Anne's gone. Oh, there she is. Just nothing but street food stores. See? So if you're getting a little bit hungry, and the night markets are starting to open up. So yeah, though they offer you to buy stuff on the train to eat, if they stop here for an hour anyway, and you're a Thai person, you've got lots of food to choose from. Looks like more's just getting put up. So the night markets aren't fully set up here yet. But these do get pretty busy at night. I think we drove past here last time in the evening. I'm sure we drove past in the... Yeah, we drove past in the evening. It was quite busy here. But right now, of course, it's not fully open. People are just starting to set up. So yeah, it looks like you can get drinks, some snacks in this actual stop here. There you are, chicken feet. Deep fried chicken feet. Disgusting. And you've also got the Thai KFC there, but I can't actually eat the chicken feet. So there's a lot of night restaurants starting up here. So if you happen to be driving through Kanchanaburi, then yeah, and it's in the evening, there's a whole marketplace here that'll be open for you to get access to food. But for now, nothing's open, so I'm going to turn off this video. So if you're into your bugs, yes, we have plenty of them here. As you can see, there's a whole range and selection just here for you to eat from. Big ones, small ones, and snack. So the train ride is finished. We're now back at Bangkok Train Station here. The question is, was the trip worth it? Was it worth catching the train backwards and forwards through the Death Railway and the other places? I would say overall, yes, the trip was worth it. And I enjoyed the train ride, the scenery and stuff like that. So if you've never actually caught the train before, I would say, yeah, do it. It's a great little view, great little experience, and you get to stop at a few random stations along the way, and do it. The train ride's good. Anyway, I'll put the cost and all that below in the description. Alright, have a great night.